Hey, what's up you guys, this is Rob from The Gay Guy Plays, and today on the Daily Grind, I have something new, exciting, and different that I have spent all night working on. That is right, today we're going to be looking at data tables. Isn't that so absolutely exciting? No, it's not. However, I've been asked so many times by many people exactly where the best place is to farm relics. And honestly, just to be truthful with you, I buy Prime Access, so I basically get all of my primes and all of the shit that I need, and I don't really ever feel the need to farm relics. Relics just come whenever I go ahead and play missions. I've never had to hunt anything down myself. So I would always just kind of like push you guys off to the wiki. Yeah, you'll figure it out yourself. You're big boys. And I felt kind of bad about that. I was like, all right, you know what, Rob, today you are going to buckle down. You're going to do some in-game playtesting. You're going to go ahead and figure everything out so that you can kind of let everybody know and we could kind of learn this stuff together. Now, really what spurred this on was the fact that I noticed that there was a lot of kind of like in-game improvements to being able to navigate relics, because there are so many relics and there's like numbers and letters and I'm like, well, the fucking like weird eras and shit. I'm like, I don't know this. But I decided that this time around I would kind of take a look, because they did improve this and they actually put in a search function in game. So if you guys don't know that, you can search for like words like Banshee and they will come up in your relic so that you can actually find them. However, of course, these don't tell you the actual drop locations. However, if you look on over here, you can actually go into Universe and the Relics and Arcanes. And here's the cool thing, that I thought this was like amazing. You can actually look at relics that aren't even opened, and they will tell you where they exist at. And I thought that that was absolutely fantastic. However, this personally kind of looks like a little bit of a clusterfuck, right? Even though you can look at these relics like, what is this? You gotta scroll for that shit? That's too much. That's like a lot of, it's just way too many to kind of like wrap your head around. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna go over to the wiki and I'm gonna go find it myself. And guess what my ass found? Hold on, take a look at this. I was looking at all of this, and I was like, nope, no thank you, cannot do that, my brain cannot process this. And I thought to myself that if I am looking at this and feeling a little bit overwhelmed to try to figure out and learn, then it's probably going to be difficult for some other people. Now, what I was actually keeping in my head was the fact that sometimes when you're posed with a lot of information at once, your brain just basically shuts down and does not allow you to process. So what I went ahead and did is I went and made these beautiful kind of charts for you guys to take a look at. Very simplified. I know there's going to be a lot of people saying there's a lot of dead space in your graphics, but really I wanted to make them pretty and simple and easy to digest. Now, when you look at these charts, you will notice a couple things that I actually prefer defense and interception to farm my relics. And I did some playtesting, so you know, don't put me under heat. We'll get to the excavation issue in a minute. But these ones are broken down by faction, so you can actually just kind of like take a look. You're like, okay, I need Lith and Mezzo. Alright, I'll look at this chart right here, and today I feel like fighting, the Corpus, or today I feel like fighting the Grenier or the Infested or whatnot. So this way you can kind of just take a look at a very simple and easy chart to guide you through the mass of like all the fuckery that exists in game. In addition, I also put a little rotation key down at the bottom to kind of remind you like how the rotation works. So the rotations for defense basically go, wave 5 is rotation A, wave 10 is rotation A, wave 15 is rotation B, and wave 20 is rotation C. Now for interceptions, it goes round 1 and 2 are both A, round 3 is B, and round 4 is C. And it just keeps going around in circles like that. It's AABC, AABC, AABC. It's like a little song. It's like Warframe's already here. So one of the interesting things that I want to point out that I don't think a lot of people realize is that dark sectors have a different drop rate than normal missions. At least that's what it says on the wiki, and I'm kind of compiling it here for you guys. So if you can look at the rotations themselves, a lot of them actually have very low drop rates for their relics from 2% to 1%. There are a couple 12% over here in rotation C, but there are also some 12% for elemental mods there as well, as opposed to if you take a look at normal missions that have 10%, 5%, and 7%, and those are actually much better than the dark sectors. So if you're looking for relics, don't necessarily go to dark sectors, just go into standard defenses. However, for me, the kind of king for all of this is Interception. So if you look right here, let's take a look at defense. So we look at this mission, this is defense tier 3. And let's swap back over to the Interception tier 3. Look at how much tighter that drop table is. And I mean, if you even look at it, like, there's nothing but axes in rotation B and rotation C. It's kind of insane, and rotation A has a pretty good tight clustering of Neo relics. So that's definitely the place that I would send you guys to go to if you're looking for Neo and Axie relics. Now, my issue is there's going to be a lot of people that have been kind of like devoted to farming Excavation for relics, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, I played several rounds of it today and I thought it was kind of shit. Now, for those of you guys who don't know what Excavation's rotations are, is basically rotation A is no relics, rotation B is some relics, and rotation C is some relics. Now, the way that I kind of take a look at this as is a lot of people are saying, oh, well, Excavation is so much faster because each excavator only takes 1 minute and 30 seconds to do. Now, this is just from my experience. If you like moving around a lot, then hey, you know, go ahead, play your excavations. But what I'm going to let you know right now is excavation maps tend to be a lot larger. And in all honesty, getting from the entrance to a relic to the next relic also consumes a good amount of time, as opposed to Interceptions, which kind of have a very small map and it's a very kind of locked down area. So when you do an excavation, right, what ends up happening is you have to go through the first 2 rotations, because it's AA, B, C. I was about to say BB, but it's not BB, it's AA, B, C. You have to go through the first 2 rotations, which is already just in their normal being is 3 minutes. Doesn't count the running in between, doesn't count, you know, if your team accidentally doesn't power 1 up all the way. So that's already 3 minutes lost. Then you get to rotation B, which is going to be your first relic. Then you have to do rotation C, which is going to be another 1 minute and 30 seconds. And I'm going to show you right now on Interception. On Interception, I timed out my interceptions, and it might be backwards for you guys, but I wanted to show you. That is 3 minutes and 20 seconds from start to beginning, and we lost 2 towers that we had to reclaim. So I feel like if we were like really on top of it, we could have done everything in under 3 minutes. And in that case, we were playing tier 3, which is the Zini, which is the Infestation Interception, and I already had a Nero Relic. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and show you kind of like the results of that match. So as you can see, I got 4 relics all the way across. I've been playing this pretty much all day just to kind of see the consistency of it. And 100%, not 100%, this you can't say 100% when we're talking about this, but at least, yeah, oh no, at least 100% of the matches that I played today, we can say that for sure. I had at least 3 relics after 4 rounds. So that to me shows a lot of consistency within the drop tables, as opposed to Excavation, where I was in there for quite a while, and sometimes I would get this arrow mutation, cleanse infested kind of shit, and it was just kind of like, it felt kind of crappy, to be honest with you, to like have spent rotation A, 2 rotation A's basically, rotation B, and waiting for that final rotation to get a really shitty like ammo mutation mod. So that's why I'm kind of leaving off in Excavation, because I don't really feel like it's as good as some people think. I think that a lot of people just see that 90-second timer and they're like, oh, it's faster, but they don't calculate the time that it actually takes them to get from excavator to excavator, making sure everything is powered up, and then getting to extraction, waiting for the rest of their team to extract, getting out of that mission, and then getting into the next mission. Because in Interception, you can just ride those waves for as long as you feel like, and it's really, boom, you've got 4 in a row. You're not having to go into a mission hoping that you get 2 and then extract. So that's kind of my stance on that. If you guys want to take a look at Survival, I don't feel like Survival is really all that much better, because you do have to wait a set amount of time. So you can get a good T4s with just as mod. So this is the best kind of example. on Mott, you can get like Neos and Axies like really well. There's nothing else on that table along with them. However, the only thing is these happen after 10 minutes. So personally, I kind of feel like, well, I could spend 3 minutes on an Interception in Zini and get a Neo Relic. I could spend another 3 minutes there, get a second Neo Relic before I even got one Neo Relic in Survival. So that's definitely going to be it today for my kind of like suggestions for you guys. I feel like I've rambled on enough. Let's switch back to this because I feel bad like we haven't really taken a look at any of the in-game stuff. But those are my feelings. Those are all of my feels for this, basically. I just wanted to kind of pass off that information to you guys so that you can do something along with it. I hope you guys enjoy the charts. If you are a Patreon, I'm actually going to have them ready for direct upload on the Patreon page, so take a look at that. And I hope that answers your question. I know maybe people don't like Interception necessarily, so I would suggest Defense being your second option, and then if you really want to move around, because I know that Interception is pretty in the same place. Defense is pretty much in the same place. So if you really do want to play, go ahead and try out Excavation. However, like, if you're looking for a strict, I just want to farm this shit and get my hands on this shit, I don't care what the fuck I have to do, try it with the Soundquake Banshee. Let me tell you, it's absolutely fantastic. Alright, that about does it. That about does it for this episode. So as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch yo body. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. I hope that wasn't boring. So there was like so much number crunching. I hope that wasn't boring for you guys. I'm like, I hope the charts are pretty enough. Anyway, I'll see you later.